If you listen carefully, at the end, you'll be someone else. It was a freezing night in September 1983, amidst the Cold War. A sudden beeping sound cut through Petrov's ruminations about his sick wife. His heart started racing as he checked the monitors. It indicated 5 missiles had been deployed from the USA. Everybody looked on as he hurriedly picked up the telephone to inform his superiors about the impending doom. Suddenly, a bright light flashed across the room, blinding Petrov for a second. The receiver slipped from his hand as 2 oddly dressed men appeared in front of him. One of them made strange movements with his hands. Eerily, everybody around Petrov stopped moving, frozen in place. Before he could do anything, one of the men touched him, and in another flash of light, the 3 of them disappeared from the room. Petrov's disoriented eyes opened to see tall trees reaching up to the dark sky. He came to his senses and leapt up. Panic-stricken, he told the 2 men, "Take me back to the bunker right now. We have just 27 minutes until the missiles hit Russia. It's imperative that we respond to the attack immediately." The shorter man replied in a taut voice, "If you do that, then the world, as you know it, will cease to exist. We have to hurry. Your friends won't stay frozen for long." "Who are you people, and what did you do to them?" asked Petrov in alarm. The other man, who wore a long sky blue coat, replied calmly, "They will be okay. All you need to know about us is that you need us to save the world. Now, come along." The 2 men led Petrov to a nearby ancient sequoia tree. A sense of dread filled Petrov the closer he got to the tree. He watched as the man with the blue coat stood close to the tree and whispered something he couldn't understand, all the while making precise movements with his hand on the tree. A thin, white slit suddenly appeared on the tree. The slit opened up into a chasm as the shorter man's voice grew louder. Petrov felt his head spinning, looking through the chasm, seeing nothing but never-ending darkness. The shorter man went through the chasm, motioning for Petrov to go in too. Apprehensively, Petrov entered. His body felt as if it was being torn apart, and it took all of his willpower to keep going ahead. At last, he was at the other side. The place reeked of death. It felt as if the bare, twisted trees were clawing at the gloomy sky, trying to escape. Across from him stood a creature so terrifying that he was rooted to the spot. Petrov could feel the ground vibrating as he walked toward it. The monster's legs were as huge as the sequoia tree they came through, with his powerful, gigantic body covered in spikes. The monster's red eyes, filled with hatred, pierced them as he said, "Oh, here come some snacks. They will perfectly complement my latest victim." Shivers went down Petrov's spine upon hearing the monster's harsh, rasping voice. Their eyes went toward a whimpering creature hanging upside down from a tree. The man in the blue coat cleared his throat. "Just hear us out first," he said. 10 minutes ago, 5 nuclear missiles were deployed from the USA, and we believe it was due to your brother's influence. The missiles will be above us soon. You have to stop them or—" The monster's booming, mirthless laughter interrupted the man. Then it said, "Death and destruction destruction, and death. How fun. The suffering of millions is going to make me more powerful. You're wrong, said the shorter man. This nuclear war will kill millions of people immediately. There won't be many people left in the Soviet Union for you to torture. If anything, you'll get weaker. A low growl emanated from the behemoth as he paced. You might be right. Or maybe not. I could stop the missiles. But it will cost you greatly. The monster's eyes pierced Petrov's very being. I want your wife's soul, said the monster. I want to feel her pain and savor your suffering as I slowly consume her life. Petrov mustered all of his courage. No, he shouted. You cannot do this to her. His voice broke. She just started recovering from her cancer. Please, I beg of you, take my life instead. With that, he fell to his knees, but it was all to no avail. They had just 15 minutes to stop the missiles. You fool, screamed the shorter man at Petrov. Don't you see? You have no choice. If you don't do this, your wife will die anyway, along with a million others. Feeling the weight over him, Petrov looked at the floor. No, he mumbled. No, why? Why, my wife? Why? Petrov, think about your children, said the man in the blue coat. Their future. You can save them. Petrov looked up, his face full of torment, contemplating his options. With a heavy heart, he said, Go ahead. With a malicious laugh, the monster flew out of the forest just in time to see the missiles passing overhead. Petrov looked up in a mixture of dismay and relief as the beast intercepted the missiles and promptly destroyed them. The man in the blue coat held Petrov's arms. We have to go back, he said. Your friends will not remember what happened. Act as normal as possible. In another flash of light, they were back in the frozen room. I hope we never meet again, the shorter man said from behind Petrov. Petrov turned around to face him, but they were gone. Petrov was putting the receiver back in its place while everybody looked on. It was as if nothing had happened. He announced to the room, It's surely just a false alarm. We will wait. He was known as the man who saved the world. But for Petrov, he was just the man who killed his wife.